A good day, students. This is Ms. Ba from KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science. In today's class, we are going to see about the delegation and decentralization. Now, first, we are going to see about the delegation. Now, what do you mean by delegation? Delegation means the division of authority and powers downwards to the subordinates. That is, delegation means the granting of authority from the superior to the subordinates to operate within the prescribed limits. So here the authority may be transferred from the higher officials to the lower officials, or from the executive officer to their own subordinates within a prescribed limits. So the delegation means the authority may be transferred from the superior to the subordinate. Now next, types of delegation. Now first category is general and specific delegation. So general delegation means the subordinate is granted authority to perform all the functions in his department or division. So that is general delegation. Now coming to the specific delegation, here a subordinate is given authority regarding specific function. That is specific delegation. If the subordinate is granted authority to do all the functions, that is general delegation. If the subordinate is given authority to do a particular function, that is specific delegation. Now next, formal and informal delegation. When the authority is delegated as per the organization structure, then that is called as formal delegation. And when the authority does not delegated as per the organization structure, that is informal delegation. Now next, written and oral delegation. If the delegation made by written orders and instructions is called as written delegation. If the delegation made by customs and conventions, that is in terms of oral, that is oral delegation. Now last, downward and sideward delegation. Downward delegation means when a superior grants authority or assigns duty to his subordinate, that is downward delegation, that is from the superior to the subordinate. Now sideward means if the subordinate assigns some of his duties and grant authority to another subordinate, is called as sideward delegations. Now next, benefits of delegation. So the benefits can be categorized into three ways. The first one is manager benefits. So from the manager side, it reduces stress to the managers, it improves time management, it increased trust and rapport with their employees. And next, employee benefits. So from the employee side, it develops the professional knowledge and the skill. It elevates the self-image and the self-esteem and creates a confidence among the employees. And the last one is it brings them a personal satisfaction and a sense of achievement. Now coming to the organizational benefits, it saves money, it increases teamwork, it promotes productivity and efficiency. Now next, disadvantages of delegation. So these are the disadvantages of delegation. Now first one is sometimes the superior may misuse their power. And second one is sometimes the task may not be fulfilled, and sometimes the work may get lot of time to complete, and in some cases the quality of work does not satisfy. And next one is there may be non-delegatable duties, and last one is sometimes an employee suffers lot of burden to complete the work. So these are the disadvantages of delegation. Now next one is centralization and decentralization. So coming to centralized organization, here the authority to make an important decisions which is retained by the top level managers, but in decentralized organization the authority is delegated to managers at all the levels in the hierarchy. So it will be explained in this picture. Here all the authority to take a decision is retained by the top level managers. Here the authority is dispersed to all the levels of the managers in the same hierarchy. So this is the diagrammatic representation for the centralization and decentralization. Okay, thank you.